First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird, and this right here is a daily walk and talk. I know I said that I was not going to go out today, but man, I tell you, I'm addicted to this. So, going over to my app and bring up my meter or my steps. That's all we do, our steps. See how many steps we get in today. I wanted to do the 15,000. I don't know, you might get it, I don't know. So, today is Sunday the 16th, as you can see, and we have reset to 0. So this goes by day. That's what it goes. I didn't know I could walk up that way. This goes by day. So now we are starting off at 0, Sunday, June the 16th, which we're going to start it now. So take a couple of steps. Already counting up, because it backs up a little bit, and as you're taking the steps, it adds it right on in. All right, so we are ready to go. Already kicking in. Oh, I love this so much. I told myself, I said, you know what? We can't do it today. And I said, if I came outside, a few of my friends came by and like, yo, what you doing? And I came outside and I felt the sentiment that we gotta go out today. Yes. That's the inner part of me telling you, you gotta be out today. Doesn't make a difference. You don't take a day off, buddy. You get out there. So that's what we do. We do a little daily walk and talk. And now we got the counter, which tells us how many steps we get. And man, I am charged. I'm so excited. I got in a good workout. Got a good talk in today. And now up to go play. That just rhymed. I think it did. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, so we do the climb on the hill. And let's see what we get in today. Like how many steps we push in for the day. Hope everybody's doing. Again, happy Father's Day. There you go. There we go. And yes, to my haters out there, happy Father's Day. I told you, I had no hatred for you. Anyway, it's just business, that's all. Just business. That's all it is. Just business. Don't take it personally. So, we hit 7,329 yesterday. Are we going downtown? Nah. We'll walk around. See what we get. Definitely gonna go by the park. That's definitely gonna happen. Ooh. So, all right, remember what to talk about. Just want to care about these counts on these steps. Like, what are we going to get today? We're going to pass the 7,000? We'll be under the 7,000? Where do I got to go to get this? I don't even know. Just walking around. But anyway, I started this as a way of giving exercise to myself. And hopefully, it encourages other people to go out and take a little walk, get a little exercise in, get a little sun, get out and about. You know, it's funny. When I had the lung disease, I was trapped in a house suffering from agoraphobic. Those you don't know what that is, that's the illness in the head where you can't leave your house. You're just trapped in there. You just can't leave. And that's what I was suffering from, agoraphobic. And Lord allowed me to break that and leave not only the house, but Philadelphia altogether. Come here to Allentown. And my first time out of the house was walking into a cheesesteak parlor which we went to when we first came to Allentown, to a cheesesteak parlor, and we ordered some cheesesteaks. And when I was walking in, I had my mask on, and the Lord told me to remove it, and I did, and walked in, and nobody was wearing a mask at all, and people were mingling. No one was sick, nothing at all. You know, having lung disease and going through the fear that if I did get sick or get COVID, yeah, I had a higher chance of dying. Definite yes. Ooh, made a wrong turn on that one, did they? So being that and being trapped inside the house brought on this fear of thinking that the whole world was still reacting as when COVID first came along. And the world was going on. I was just stuck in the house while the world was passing me by. Woo! Well, that's not going to jack me up. I think I'm allergic to that. Not even sure. So I came out of that restaurant and I saw the world was changing, and I was still stuck. I was in the house all that time. But not anymore. Out and about, walking about, enjoying every day. Every single day now. I was excited because for me, it was a milestone to be able to walk into a Rite Aid, sit in line with a bunch of people, and not sit in line, I mean stand up in line with a bunch of people. And that was a huge achievement for me. And then when I came up here, doing the hills were interesting. And well, that branch got me good. Doing the hills was interesting, but learning to be able to conquer the fear of being around other people, the Lord allowed me to get through all that. And you know, since I've been down here, I haven't seen my lung doctor. Nope. Now, when I was over in Philadelphia, I went to go see my lung doctor because I was in the house and all that crazy nonsense, but nope, never went to go see her. Never went back. I haven't had to use my inhalers. Nothing at all. Everything has changed. God tells you to go do something, go do it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the outcome of it all. If I didn't listen to him and I was in that house, I'd still be in that house. Still would be in there. Terrified and scared about getting sick and dying and thinking that disease was going to be in my body forever. The Lord was like, nope. When you reach Allentown, all that's going to be gone. And here I am. It's all gone. I don't have it anymore. I'm going to go see my doctor. I have to. Like, you changed. Oh, yeah, the heck yes, I did. Oh, it fixed it. God fixed it. Ain't the first time I had a doctor tell me that I was never going to walk again. I was one of them. I was never going to see again. That was another one. Whole bunch of them. Yeah, you don't know my God at the end of the day. Never walk again. Lost your freaking mind. Oh. We gotta cross over here. So when we get over here by the tree, we're gonna check and see how far we got so far. And yes, full batteries. Everything is charged up. Good to go. Do I dare cross the street? There's a car coming. Oh, on both sides. We could be killed. Oh, now we're good. Ah, look at the stream. Extra streamy. Extra streamy. That doesn't make any sense. That's not even a word. You made that up. Yeah, I did make it up. I made it up. But these are words you use in Scrapple when you're trying to cheat. streamy. There's no such word as streamy. You've made it up. I tried to use beaky one time. Didn't fly. Someone pulled out the dictionary on me. They challenged me. All right, so I'm gonna get over there by that tree, check and see how far we've gotten so far. Whew, was I hit by a car again? No, I'm good. There was this car that came by. Man, that thing was cool. It had the wheels that push out like on a slant, low to the ground. Oh, it was sick. It was sick. Whoever did that, man, did a fantastic job with it. Can we get it? I think we got it. Well, whoever did that job on that car did an amazing job on it. Oh, somebody out there with a doggy. All right, so we get over here. We want to check and see exactly what we have for how far we've gone. I'm here from the shop. Okie dokie. Let's see what we got today. I'm going to start opening my pockets more so I can get access to stuff. Come on now. Really? Another yak. Like Sunday, it still runs regardless. So I did try like going into something else and see if that would affect it. It doesn't. It runs regardless. Until I hit that stop button, it'll keep going. So we're at 1,132 steps. You know, you usually walk, everybody walks 1,000 steps. You do that 1,000 or more, easy. You walk 1,000 or more steps, very, very easy. So, not a problem. Yep. This is what we hit yesterday. Yesterday, this is what we hit. And today, this is what we're kicking in. All right. Like Vanilla Ice and Jim Carrey, let's kick it. The Ice Ice Baby. Come on, I know you remember that. Every time I come across this, it reminds me of the poppies on The Wizard of Oz. Now, I do apologize if the stream is a bit choppy. Get to the chopper. If it's choppy, I do apologize. Why are we taking this way? We get more of a walk if we take the long way. Yeah, we're doing this wrong. I know we got a hill waiting for us on the sky, but whatever. But anyway, yeah, it's a great way to get out and exercise. I didn't get a chance to put down the benefits because I have this little note that I put down at the bottom. I didn't jam it. So I didn't get a chance to put down, but it's a little note I put at the bottom. It tells you the benefits of walking. Oh, it's good for your body and all that good stuff. Ooh, man, we got a good breeze today. It's hot. We still got a nice breeze. If we stay under the trees, we're good. If we go out there, we get cooked. Oh, the fence. We have a nickname for this thing. It's for everything else. Father's Day, eh? Man, that's got to be interesting. Wow. Do I miss not having a car? I have a cat. Literally, everybody sends me Happy Father's Day for Taco. When I had my pit bulls, everybody sent me Happy Father's Day. Well, it's funny because this is the part that's funny. My cat will never grow up, never go to college, never leave the house. But then again, not to be rude, some of yours won't either. I literally had that conversation with a friend of mine. He was cracking up. So you're right. You're so freaking right. Well, can you blame him? Shoot. Can you literally blame him? You can't really blame him. Everything's expensive. How can you blame them? I mean, back then, yeah, you gotta fly the nest. You gotta fly. But today, yeah, right. You got parents moving back in with grandparents. Can you blame them? Can you blame them? Inflation. Insane, isn't it? You know, just curious on when did it start? Because if you look at certain times, 1930s, 1950s, food was extremely reasonable. But then again, it comes down to what are we doing? Literally had to turn way out on the other end, making a turn. Should have had a turn here, out in the open. Knucklehead. But anyway, but then when you think about it, you look at the food prices they had back then, you're thinking, wow, that's insane. But it depends on how much you were getting paid. Got to remember that too. Now, if we had food prices in the 1950s that were what we get paid today, are you kidding me? Coming out of supermarket with 6, 10 shopping carts. Easily. That'd be interesting. For this fence, yeah, just on this fence. This fence is freaking Mr. Weeble Wobbles. But it might look snap right there. What the freak? You see that? Do you see this? This sucker snapped right there. Yeah, you know what? That thing's gonna fall down on somebody. I'm surprised they're not cited for that. I'll tell you something. Zoning will go through there and look around and go, oh, it's God. It's God. It's God. I still tell you, I think it's jacked up. That I think if you buy a house, you should be entitled to buying the land underneath of it. House is sitting on it, isn't it? I mean, look, if you don't cut your bushes, you don't cut your grass, you get cited. If I'm saying that correctly. They citate you, give you $1,000, $800, $500, maybe $50, $60. But it's not yours. But you have to keep it up. It just sounds so backwards. It just really does. Now, if I could own it, and it's mine, then that'd be great. You know? So what happens if you go to the township and you go, okay, look, I don't technically own the land underneath my house, but I have to keep it cut. And if I don't, you charge me. Sorry about that falling over there. You charge me for it. I don't know. So backwards. Me and my sister were having that conversation about it. You know, when you had land grabbers. So, you could go out in California, land grabbing, and you could grab the land that you wanted, stake it as yours, and then have your cattle, your farm, whatever you wanted on it, and it was yours. And when you passed away, it was passed down from generation to generation. Who the freak came up with the taxes? Because they didn't have them then. No, they didn't. So where did all this come from? Because if things stay the same, you know how fantastic it would have been? Do you know how much unclaimed land sits on the earth? You can claim it as your own, and it's yours. You can imagine. We're not paying taxes at all. We don't have to pay any taxes at all because it's yours. Now you go to some countries like DR, the land is yours. It belongs to you. Yep, once you buy it, it's yours. And that land is passed down to generations. So when did all that start? So yeah, I'm doing a little research on all that. Just curious about it. Maybe the government came and said, you know what? We're not getting enough money. Let's start taxing the land. Well, kind of like in England, but they got mad because they started taxing everything. And they taxed the stamp, they taxed tea, which history is pretty dark and jacked up because they dress like the American Indians, so they can get the blame for it, for dumping tea into the Boston Harbor. Kind of messed up, you know that, right? Really messed up. They framed a nationality. They framed the Indians and tried to make them believe that they came in and did it when they did it. That is dirty. But anyway, so they did all that because they didn't want to get taxed for tea. And they leave England and they come here to America. Which is another jacked up thing too. Because the Indians end up losing their land over some freaking tax and tea. And you really sum it up truthfully. Because you guys that want to pay taxes, you come over here and basically start claiming things that don't belong to you. And I'm not saying all of them. A lot of them were for the Indians, a lot of them. But you had those certain ones that were greedy, called the Indian savages. And they weren't savages. Technically, they were the savages. They understand the land, they respected it, and settlers came over and destroyed it. And dug up the earth. They had no respect for anything. And they tried to take the Indian off his land that belonged to him. When he fought back, they called him a savage. Does that sound fair to you? Nope. But did they teach you this in history? No. They don't teach you any of that in history. So, truthfully, they kind of like brainwash the kids because they don't really know the real truth about what goes on in history. Because you're not taught everything. Which is messed up. And out of all that, you're still taxed for tea. Go to the supermarket, you pay taxes on tea. You think about that? When have you ever bought tea out of a supermarket and get taxed for it? A little bit of deep thinking for today, people. So, people want to sit there and say, well, white man came and took everything. You can't say that because there are people that were against it. In every race of people, there's always a group that stood up and fought for the rights of others. So you cannot blame the whole group. That's what I hate it when people say, oh, the white man. No, not the white man. Some of them. Because there are a lot of people who fought and even traveled with the Indians, became a part of the tribes. They felt that it was wrong what they were doing. Yep. Some were prosecuted, even hung, put to death. Yep. So, you don't blame an entire race for other people's stupidity. You just blame the idiots who did it. Now, maybe somebody's descendants might be a descendant of Colonel Custer, but can't blame the descendants. They could totally disagree with what Custer did. Nope, you don't have that right. Gotta treat everybody fair. People sit back and say, oh, all Germans are Nazis. Seriously? This is where I have to slap you. It's not true. The Germans who risked their lives to make sure that the Jews were hidden away from what was going on and risked their lives. And they were going to get far more prosecution than they were. So everybody stood up for everybody. One point in life. Yep. see, we got to talking about tea, went from one thing to another. It's interesting how everything turns into a chain of events. Sometimes off the simplest things. We're going down the hill now. We just walked all the way up here, all the way around. Yeah, see, we're doing all this talking. And at the end of the day, you gotta, you're saying, how did we start there? We were just over by that tree a few minutes ago. Now we walked all the way around. That fast. See? So it's pretty quick. I still believe on top of those hills. I was riding around with my sister. We went to this place to get these potatoes, right? And I believe that there's alien crafts landing up there in those woods. And it's kind of a bit of a close encounter of the third kind. Kind of reminds me of that small town, doesn't it? This is what I never got over when I came to Allentown. The trees in the background. I'm not used to seeing this. I'm used to seeing buildings and concrete. They're not trees, just trees and trees. That's all you see. Ah, beautiful car. You start thinking, what's beyond the trees? More trees! That's just beyond the trees. But it's pretty cool to see, you know what I mean? Because I'm used to being in Philly, so I'm used to seeing more houses in the city skyline. But over here, I'm not used to seeing all these trees in the background. But it's beautiful. When I came here in September, and I remember when December hit, and I'm walking around with a nice warm winter, gentle snow, and just watching this little small town. I call it a small town to me. It used to be in a city, bigger place. Just watching all the people back and forth, and all relaxed. Everybody's polite. Just hello, how you doing? How you doing? Hello. Just seems so Hallmark, if I can put it that way. Hallmark, yes. Kind of like a Hallmark Christmas, colonial Christmas. That's what it felt like. I wish I had the camera on it. A bug flew directly in my ear. Like, how? And he was determined to go down my ear canal. Weird. Then again, weird stuff happens to me all the time. So, all the time. So, we're hitting this corner again. Look at that. We just did this whole stretch. 3 minutes ago, one just like that. I was going to get me a t-shirt that says, I'm mentally deranged. And yes, I am having a conversation with myself. Because I was wondering, do people FaceTime anymore? See? We just went, instead of going up this way, we went all the way around here and wrapped all the way around. Oh, man. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Now, what is this? Why do people throw trash out here? Why? Why do they do that? Take it to the dump. It's not even that far from here. Jeez. Can you imagine if trees were like the trees on the Wizard of Oz? And these suckers just openly attack you for doing dumb stuff. Can you imagine that? They just all look at you like, what the freak are you dropping that there for? You lost your freaking mind. Man, if you don't take that back to the car, start throwing apples at you at 100 miles an hour, baseballs. That's pretty much what happened. They try to pick apples from the tree, and the trees came to life. So what the freak is wrong with you? Do I walk over to you and pull something off of you? I forgot about that part in the Wizard of Oz. Look, people getting their workout. They got the gymnastics over here. So they're getting their gymnastic training in. Mr. Bird, I am offended by the things that you say. Really. I speak my mind. I speak my mind. It's true. Can't get mad at me about it. Someone called me fat once. Do you see me on YouTube crying about it? Oh, yeah. No, because I was fat. That's why. I was actually fat. Right then. The freak am I in there having this argument or discussion about? I don't even understand that. I'm walking past this death gate. There you go, perfect example. We'll call it the death gate. Death gate! Sounds like a freaking heavy metal concert. Yes. October the 24th, 1924. We are going to have Death Gate! The ultimate rock band. Yes! The ultimate rave. It's going to be absolutely insane. Did you hear about it on the radio? Oh my goodness. Death Gate. It's coming to Philadelphia. It's going to be absolutely totally crazy insane. Death Gate. Yes. What is Death Gate? We lock you inside of a gate with tigers, bears, and unicorns. And you fight for your life while you listen to the baddest honky-tonk and insane rockers on the face of the planet. There you go. Death Gate 2024. Now I gotta make me a freaking poster of it. Death Gate. Oh, man. Then you gotta do that. Da-da-da-da. You do it with the horn. And they usually do that at the Jamaican clubs. But yeah, getting back to that. So, call me fat, and then they're to post pictures of me and say, you're fat. And I'm like, wait a minute. What the frick are you talking about? Because you're fat too. Well, you're not exactly thin. You're fat. So, what in the world? You could have sat there and sent me a message saying, hey, you're fat like me. See? There you go. But he said I was fat. So, I'm thinking like, dude, you're way more than I do. So how are you calling me fat? Yep. Interesting. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. But not anymore, we're not. Oh no. Nah, we're not anymore. Was it easy? Heck no, it wasn't easy. Man, I was eating my junk food every freaking day. I had to give up a lot of stuff. Man, that first day was sucked. Man, that first day really sucked. Couldn't have any junk food. Now I can eat it now because I work out all the time. But then, no, couldn't have any more junk food or chips, pretzels, cupcakes, pizza, spaghetti. I freaking love spaghetti so much. And I had to give up spaghetti and lasagna, rice, all that stuff. Had to give it up. Yep. And I had to go to salads. Eat like a rabbit. Feel like a rabbit. Be the rabbit. Yep. So, yeah, I had to tell myself no. I couldn't have certain things. And it sucked. But I wanted to live longer. Definitely if I had this stuff in my system, you know, being overweight and having lung disease don't work out too well. Why the freak they get into prednisomes? I can understand that. You gave me something. It's going to rapidly cause me to gain weight. And you keep upping my doses, which causes me to eat more, which makes me heavier, and then harder for me to breathe. I swear, they're just in the business sometimes to keep you sick. It's going to keep charging your insurance. If you're a doctor and you're watching this and you find these highly offensive, I do not apologize at all. Don't get me wrong. You guys subscribe me to Simicor. That stuff worked. It did. So I ain't saying you don't know your stuff. You do know your stuff. Some of you just take it too far. You do. But you do know your stuff. I would never say that a doctor's job is crackerjacks, because it's not. They put the screws in my leg that allowed me to walk, but also told me I was never going to walk again. That's what they told me. Gave me the medicine to heal my eyes. Told me that eventually I was going to go blind. Yeah, okay. Yep. Gave me the medicine for my lungs somewhat, because the Simicor didn't work. So it's pretty good. It does work. But told me that my life was going to be sooner or later in a situation, which should be now, with a lung machine and all that stuff. I'll have to get used to it. I'll have to adapt. Been through what I've been through. You laugh at stuff like that, because I've been through stuff where they told me that I couldn't do it, and I did it anyway. Because I believe that God has control over all things, and there's nothing I can't do with God by my side. If you have faith or you don't. Oh, we're all the way over here. We can hear Charlie. I told you that sucker was loud. I think it's like 8 miles. You can hear a train. It's up there. It's funny. 8 miles. Probably more than that. You can hear a locomotive. But you get people that are waiting for the train will go across the track, and you can literally hear it that close, and you still cross. Wow. Makes you think, doesn't it? Like, you can hear it. You're right next to it. But you still go across the track. I can hear it from all the way over here. It's a warning horn they give off. Because there's a crossing in that section. And when I hear that song going, da, da, and multiple times, we know there are idiots there. You know the damage you cause when a train smacks your car? Not consider the fact you lose your life in the process. You jam all that up. Those trains that travel back and forth carry merchandise, products, all kinds of stuff. And you jam all that up. You cause companies who need these products for things to be delayed. Because you couldn't wait 5 freaking minutes to let a train pass. I don't care how much of an emergency it is. I'm talking about a train. You're not going to win that one. In any way whatsoever, you're not going to win it. And there are some people who do it and they just make it by the skin or their teeth. That train taps your car. Oh yeah. Remember that toy called Twister, Twister? And be doing that. Can't get control over that. That's like when cops hit the back of your car. Watch this go, wow, just turns around. You lose control. So, what happens if you're trying to pull over an ex-cop? How does that work? Because they already know already. That's gotta be interesting. I mean, of course you're gonna be to recognize. Oh shoot, what the freak is that? Does it have an owner attached to it? It's a pretty big dog. Literally. I thought somebody was walking a small horse. Well, you better have it on a leash. It looks like a fluffy fluff. It don't look dangerous. No, it's a fluffy fluff. Look at him. Going pretty fast, don't he? What's the name of your dog? Huh? What's the name of your dog? Chase. Beautiful, beautiful. Chase. That's a perfect name for it. Ouch, don't that. Oh, my shoulder pop a little bit. A lot. No pain, that's all it is. We'll deal with it. Who cares? Once my heart's running good, I get them from time to time. I get these little nerve spasms that'll pop up. We're going back around again. What? Yeah. No, we're not. I don't know. I'm not sure, but we need to count the meter, right? Let's check the meter. All right, let's see what we got. Whew. Skip it. I'm going to skip it. Stuck in my head now. So, I walk around. We're at 4,194 steps. Yes. There we go. Going 2.8 miles per hour. Okay, that's my speed. All right there. 146.7 calories. I don't care about that. And miles, 1.78. All right. Okay. Let's move. I like to listen to the song by Queen, Having a Good Time. That's the song I would pick on any occasion. If I'm camping, and you know what I'm talking about by camping, assault rifle of my choice, and my 8-inch cold steel. And that's it. That is it. Yeah. If you don't figure out what to eat, you'll dig something up and find it. Heck, you'll eat dirt. There's nothing to eat. Better find something to eat. Try to figure out something. Oh yeah, you'll go hungry. I can go 4 days without food before I start losing it. Well, then you're too weak. You gotta eat for energy. You can find some worms or something. I'll eat snails. That's as far as we go. We're not touching. I'll starve to death if I put a snail down my throat. But worms and stuff, I'll eat that. Yeah, I'll eat it. It's good protein. You chew it up and just get over and done with. That's it. Don't try to throw it up because you need it. And that'll teach you tomorrow to fight even harder for survival because you don't want to eat the worms again. That particular point, by day 5, you're ready to go hunting for a bear. You don't care. You jump on that sucker and take it apart. Yeah. Oh man. They do let you take a tarp. Some of them let you take tarps. So, put the tarp over top, you wrap up in it, go to sleep because it's going to rain. It's going to be in your tarp. It's going to be in your tarpy. In your tarpy. Just get a couple of sticks. People tie them with the trees. They tie a tarp into a tree. You know what I mean? Stake it down back here and here, tie it up to a tree here, and stake it in the front. Got yourself a nice little tent. I watch that so many people use tarps as tents. I know a lot of stuff I watch in woodcraft. Like a rocket stove, all kinds of stuff. I'm glad these guys share their videos. That's cool. All right, so we're heading back to the bench. We got a nice end loop, which I wasn't even planning to do this today. You know that? I was not planning to loop the freaking park. But this is literally what we did. We went all the way back behind there, came up around here, and it came back down here. I was thinking about it this morning, but I wasn't planning on doing it. But then again, I never know what I'm going to do, so never know. Most of the stuff we do, we never plan, we just do it. Boy, I popped that shoulder pretty good. That was interesting. Weird thing about it is, am I in pain? I don't even know. I don't know. It's okay, so we're about to hit the Sahara Desert. Because this whole strip, there are no trees out here. I think we're gonna get our 7,000 today. Can't believe I looped that thing. Still can't believe that, because I thought about it when I was in the house. I get, I'm just loop that whole strip. Someone said, oh, heck no. We're not looping that thing today. It's too hot. And then we found out we looped it. This is why when you're going with a group of friends and you're doing the walk, it'll go so fast. You know, put some music in, it'll go so fast. You'll be surprised. You achieve your goal in no time at all. I'm not trying to tell anybody at the end of the day to...
Tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, tomorrow midnight. What part of nobody wants to ever see you?
She got the headset, so I think you're having a conversation with me. But you don't have to do what I'm doing. No. You can take your time, take your walk, take something with you to drink. Don't try to do what I do, please. Take your time with it. I had to. I took stuff to drink when I first started off. Yep. When I first got down here, my feet swelled up. You know that? My feet swelled up. They got huge. That came from not walking and being in the house. So, to warn you, if you haven't really walked like that, when you do a lot of driving, you may have doing long walks like this, doing any kind of walks. They're cute, they're the collies, borderline collies in the car. But your feet may swell up, and that's what happened to me. And it freaked me out because I thought I was going through a blood clog at first, but it wasn't. Feet swell up, they're huge. My ankles and everything are huge. Freaked me out, big time. And I'm thinking, oh snap, just got down here, I'll have a freaking heart attack and die. I really thought that was gonna happen. But I went to the doctors and they gave me these compression socks and water pills. And I took it out. So I wear compression socks all the time because of that little thing that went on. And my sister said, well, you don't walk anymore. You know, you're in the house all day long. You don't walk anymore. That's what brought that on. She was right. Definitely right. Oh, you gotta be careful. You got some low wheels on. They must be having some kind of show or something. Because I've seen a couple of these vehicles come by with the low wheels. But they do have to be careful because if they hit any high pieces of cement, they'll tear the car up. Good thing about Allentown has some pretty smooth streets. It does. Despite the hills and all, it does have some smooth streets. Philly, on the other hand, well, yeah. Don't get me wrong, I love Philly. Always will. But Philly, yeah. Because you know why. If you don't know why, I'll tell you. The city doesn't exactly flatten things out when they get them filling a pothole. You get this godforsaken pile of gravel rising right out of the freaking, not like flat like that, rising right out of the freaking ground, and bam, you will snap your stuff in half. Yep, they don't flatten it out. Maybe you might have the same problem in your neck of the woods also. Oh, we have to do the sacrifice. It's the hill, man. So we're gonna stop at that point over there. Sit down. We can't sit down, sorry. Not permitted to. Rest a little bit and push the rest right off. The reason why is because first time looping that school. Like barbecuing. Got the good music too. That's the old school. No. I said we're gonna stop there. We'll do it at the corner. Yep. So I wonder how it's going to work when I go camping. Because I can't wear bug repel at all. The reason why, the chemicals in it, they make me sick. When you have, well, you're still gonna be a little sensitive to stuff. You are. So it does bother me. But, I'll tell you something interesting. You know, toothpaste is a fantastic remedy for bug bites. Did you know that? Yep. Works perfectly fine. Kills all the pain. Because the mint kills the itch, soothes the pain and the burn, and it draws the poison out. Try it. Now look it up before you do it. All right. Now we're descending on the hill right here. And we're at the top. Oh, man, that was fantastic. I tell you, moving all the way around, have to descend up the hill. Yeah, great, I love it. Man, I sound like it, but you have no idea. I tell you, when you can't walk through the driveway because you can't breathe, and you can do that, that feels great. So from the store where I go to all the way up the top, coming back down, is roughly around 956 steps. I have to calibrate it all either too. I love this. No calibrations. Nothing. Remind you. When I'm doing this, I'm talking the entire time. So I'm holding a phone in my hand and having this conversation with you. Do you have any idea? When I first started off, how hard it was for me to talk and breathe and climb hills and everything else while I'm having a conversation with you. But I noticed that when I'm not streaming this, that it makes it, when I climb hills, it's really easy because I'm used to talking through the conversation while I'm doing it. It makes it much harder when I have to talk to it. But without talking, it's an easy push. So I figured out how the app works. The app counts all your steps from one day. That's what it does. So, come here, hit our bench, and then, so I was laughing at something funny. Like, try to imagine being with a friend, like, okay, we're gonna go up here, we're gonna hit the bench. I'm like, wait a minute, the bench you sit down? No, the weight bench! That'd be funny. There's our bench over there. Yep. Whew. That's our bench. Am I thirsty? No. Those are people sitting there, you don't take no Pedialyte, no electrolytes. I don't know what that is anyway. Water? Nope. Nothing. I wouldn't advise anybody else to do it. But, you know, if you're doing it for the first time, take something to drink with you. I don't want to see anybody passing out. I do take my cough drops. I do take them, but I skipped them today. I'm not doing any cough drops today. So, Let's see where we're at on this. So our hit is going to be 5,563. Whew. If we went downtown, we'd hit the 7. Am I disappointed? No, not really. Because I did something different. I looped the freaking school. And I never looped the school. Did that, what, 3 times we looped the school? Yeah, that's a long walk. And we didn't even take the way when you go up the hill, because there's a hill. We went all the way around the side of the freaking gymnastics and came up. What's our temperature today? Hopefully in the 90s. I'm hoping we're in the 90s. Temperature in Allentown. Temperature in Allentown. Really? That's it? Can't even put down hot. Sorry, people. I thought it was really. It's 79 degrees. It feels hot because I'm not really sweating, but paint on me. I've always got paint on me. I swear. Oh, we painted the screen today. I forgot we did paint the screen today. Who cares? Well, I keep telling myself I'm gonna stay in. I was supposed to take a day. You're supposed to take a day for your body to heal, and I haven't been able to take a day in. I just keep pushing and come right back out. I hope I don't have addiction to walking. There's a guy who had addiction to cycling. It got pretty bad. I have addiction to walking. I don't know. Well, we still got to walk all the way up to pick up something and then come back. I got to go pick up some something to drink, some chips, and then come back to the shop. I'm still in the process of looking for a new shop. Now, I saw this warehouse. It's pretty nice. I like it. It's 1,900 square feet. It's big. I gotta pay for electricity in this place, and I gotta heat this place. So that's gonna cost some money. So, see where it goes, what God has planned for us. But we definitely need a bigger shop. We need a bigger shop. We do. I gotta get a bigger shop. So, 1,200 is nice. The other one was way too big. And that thing had a loading dock on it. That would be fantastic. Because, you know, we got orders processing from there. We can actually have somebody pick up our orders from there. We can have the United States Postal Service pick up from there. Somebody can pick up from there for us. That'd be nice. $132. See? It doesn't move. So if I'm standing still, it doesn't go anywhere at all, period. It doesn't move at all. Until I get up, this thing will start moving again. But it doesn't go anywhere. But I see people, when they do steps or walk in one place, we don't do that. Legs stay, but it's the only time this thing will count is when I move. Kind of reminds me of, if you remember the old taxi cabs back in the day, the 57 Chevys, that those cabs were like, they're rip-offs. Because some of them, not saying all of them, but some of them had it where if the tires stopped, the meter was still moving. I've been in a few of those like that. The meter's still moving even though it's idle, and it's not supposed to do that. It's only supposed to charge you when the tires are moving. But I remember this cab used to do that kind of stuff. And you get there from A to B like 97.50. It was only $2. Or they'll say, you know, I know a shortcut, and they'll take you the long way around. Don't get mad because I didn't say all of y'all, because I got friends of mine who drive cabs. Oh, now I see what they're talking about. It's humid, so I can feel it. So it's actually, without the wind, it is super hot. Okay. Ugh. Whew. You can see it for yourself. Let's see. And watch her stop. I'll start up a little bit because the push because I started walking. There we go. See? 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what I had to do when I got it. I was like, this thing actually does work, and it does. It works better than the other 2 apps that I downloaded, which were like, ugh. Because they had little commercials that pop up and all that stuff. How in the heck are you going to do a walk app and you got commercials popping up in the middle? Eat healthy bars. That will get you healthier. Healthier than you ever been healthier in your entire life. Healthy bars. I don't eat that crap. I don't get that. The granola bars and all that stuff. I don't know. It may hurt. I'm not saying it's crap, but I'm pretty sure it works for other people, but I just don't see it working out for me. If anything, that stuff will probably make me super thirsty. Like my buddy Lonnie, I told you, who was doing the distant run. He did the 5 wheels, the rollerblades. He was doing the distant run. And he got a Anderson bottle and filled it with water. And he was trying to basically space out how much water he would need to drink. How much water he would need to drink and the timeline to get from his destination from A to B. And he had these, we were down at the drive, and sometimes at the drive, they would have these like, people that would come by and they would have all kinds of like energy bars and like energy drinks and stuff like that for you to test out. What better place to test out your stuff than a place where everybody's working out? So they brought down these power bars. Oh my God, these things were like eating sawdust. It was the equivalent of eating sawdust. Like if you took a handful of that dirt and started chewing on it, it was just like that. So my buddy Lonnie was doing the loop around, and he was training. He was doing the loop around. He was just long distance skating, and he was like, man, we came back cursing like a sailor. He said, man, what the is this? He said, man, I took one bite and I killed off that entire container of water, including sucking the freaking fountain dry. He said, no, he don't drink all fountains. He don't. But he had no choice. He said, dude, it felt like somebody took a handful of dirt and I was just chewing it up. He said it took everything he had to swallow this granola bar. And it was freaking crazy the way he was describing it. He said, messed his whole day up. His whole day. He wasn't supposed to drink that much water. That guy was insane. He was really, really insane when it came to his workouts. He was really crazy insane. Guy would travel miles, take little bits of water, and that's it. Now it's funny because now I'm doing the same thing, except for with no water. Just imagine if I had to cross the desert. I wonder how it would do. I know one thing, if I'm crossing the desert, I'm definitely going with a horse with no name. Definitely getting a horse with no name when I cross the desert. Those of you know what I'm talking about, you know. And those you don't, Google it. It's a beautiful song. Matter of fact, I'm going to listen to it when I get back. I can't do it here because it's copyright. Facebook and their freaking bipolar freaking what music you can use. I ain't going to give people music to use. Man, slam you the copyright for using the music you selected me to use. Doesn't that sound backwards? How about somebody telling you could do something and saying you can't? Something right here. I'm curious how much it would cost to get one of those radio flyers. You ever seen the old-fashioned bikes when a Pee Wee Herman has? Those bikes weighed. You were not picking that thing up and putting it over your shoulders and carrying it. I never called the radio flyers because they had a built-in radio in them. You know that? Yep. Built-in radio in them. Like I remember they had this thing, I forgot what company made it, but it was this device that you stick on your bike and you could ram it up like a motorcycle. Now, if you couldn't afford that, what a bunch of kids would do is get some baseball cards and stick it in your spokes. Give your bike that kind of that motorcycle sound. I remember those days. Those are the good old days. Those were the good old days. You had the banana seats. Frank can drop on back, put his hands on the back of the handle on the back of the bike. Had the high handlebars with the tassels. Yep. And now those bikes are worth a ton of money. So we're just descending up the hill, go to the store, pick up something. It's in the city of Allentown. How? Are we in the wrong direction for that? Oh. It's parking for them. I'm trying to figure out what the heck they meant by that. I know, it's parking for them. It's for their parking for them. That's nice. That must be nice. 5-minute parking. Wow. That's the only thing jacked up about Allentown. It's the parking. Yeah, it's something else. So, I told you about these little signs you'll see pop up all over Allentown. Like these, right here. So, those signs make sure that you don't park, on any sidewalks that doesn't have a kiosk attached to it. Yeah. So they can cattle you right over to basically going to a kiosk unit and paying money. And these guys, they don't walk one at a time. They walk 3 and 4 in groups at a time. And they're actually police officers. At first they weren't. They did make them officers.
Front door.
Hey Chief, what up? Yep, they made them officers because they had problems with the other ones being attacked. So they made them official officers. So people don't attack them anymore. Just deal with it. Check them. What's up, Chief? Is it hot enough for you?
Yeah, man.
Whew. Getting cooked. Let me see. Got any sour cream? Some sour cream, something. Or some. I don't know. Can't you have any chips? Mind your business. Small bag. Now I gotta say what's in the big bags.
Yes, it is.
Other from little cookies you had. What'd you leave?
75 cents.
Oh, sorry, person. Sorry about that. Here you go.
60. You would. No. Yeah, please. Thank you.
Remember I told you about the ad tech technology? The window displays?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, September. That's when we're going to launch it. Paperwork. Gotta wait for paperwork to come in.
Oh. We'll look, man.
Yeah, we're good to go right in. All right, Chief.
Yeah.
I'm one of the guys who wants to invest in ad tech, and we're supposed to do it in June, but man, there's like so much paperwork that I have to have literally to do this. It's not even funny. Not even funny. So yeah, more paperwork. At least we got the licenses and all that stuff finished, so that's good. But still, it's going to require a lot more paperwork. Because, you know, you're walking into someone's business establishment and they want to make sure all your documents are straight. And YouTube videos are just not going to do it. On top of that, like I said, September is perfect. A lot of expos are coming up in September. And then on top of that, consider the fact that you got the holiday seasons popping in and people are decorating their windows left and right. So ad tech is going to take off quite nicely. And then the research I did on the other companies that basically use that form of decal stickers they use, or graphic stickers they use for windows. Everyone I've seen removing these has the video sped up. So it does take some time to remove it. And again, once you pay the money for it, well, you're out. Because the reason why is because you have to still go in and you have to redo it all over again. Can't take it with you. So you're good to go with us on technology. Because you'll be able to remove it out of the window, take it with you, and also use it at home and hang it on your wall. You know that. But yeah, it has that option in it. Those will be the first version of the TV technology. Right now, we're going to be marketing it for companies. So they can use it for advertising inside or outside, or they can actually market it for something they want to use for an abstract art or whatever. But that's the first stage. And the fact they can remove it, they like that. And the fact that it's not going to cost them money they're going to waste. Because that's a lot of money for something that you have to turn around and remove. You can't get it back. So I was curious, like, how do they remove it? How do they take it off? And I saw him pull out the razor, and when the guy said, that's a red purse, and he said it's ammonia, sometimes water and vinegar, and I'm like, wow, you paid for that, and you got to tear that off? Doesn't really sound like a fair trade to me. It really doesn't. But that's what they're doing now. So that's my competition right there. And I guess every time you want to change it, say what happens if you're buying from a particular supplier and they don't carry that particular brand anymore. That means you got to remove that particular advertising off the window, or maybe be careful what you choose, what you put up there, so you don't have to remove it. It's kind of messed up. So if you get something new that comes in, it's hot. What are you going to do? Where with the ad tech, you can just advertise it. Early bird special. You can literally have a sun pop up, smile. It's the early bird special. It's pretty cool. So what I want to do is we're going to do a surface and we're going to do some advertising off of it to show them exactly how ad tech works and all that stuff. And my buddy, he's going to do the commercials for us. He's going to do small little commercials that we can actually advertise when we go to the trade booths. Because I'm really excited about basically advertising technology for trade booths. It's a good field to get into. And then the portable screens. Can you imagine? That fellow was out there drinking the cocoa with his dog. If he had our screen out there, if he was out there watching movies, because you know he can get a signal. He's running games. He's doing gaming out there. So he can pick up a signal out there. That'd be sick. Or basically pre-record. You can have pre-recorded, downloaded stuff on his laptop. But still, to have a like TV like screen out there. That's going to be amazing. I can't wait. Instead of having the white screen, because that's how the screens come in. They come in all white. Ugh. So this is what I usually do. I basically go in and take the walk. We hit the bench over there. Once we hit the bench over there, we walk all the way up there, pick up our stuff, and then we head back. So we're going to take the long way. Mom's going to take the long way back. Should have got some marshmallows. I can basically wait with the heat gun. Marshmallows on a heat gun. Well, if I do my marshmallows, the heat gun is nice, but it's good. I like it. It's delicious. But when you roast them, I like mine burnt. You have no idea. I like my marshmallows burnt. Yes. I was like, it's done. No, it's never done. I would literally set my marshmallows on fire. I like mine burnt. I like that burnt taste and that sweet taste. I know it's fantastic. Especially if you put it on some pretzels. Oh my goodness. It's unbelievable. Don't have me out here like Homer slobbering for a donut. Man. Yep. Now I'm already hearing Mr. Rogers' theme song playing in my head as I'm walking through here. And I remember that going up to Mr. Captain, it was Captain Noah, Captain Kangaroo, Captain Kangaroo, Captain Noah, send your pictures to dear Captain Noah. I remember that. Yeah, we watched a lot of PBS. We had the electric company. Remember that? And that's where Morgan Freeman was on the electric company. A lot of people don't realize that. In his younger years, he was. Yep, he was even on Sesame Street. And I think he was on Mr. Rogers. I'm pretty sure he was. Yep. Remember that. I remember when General Hospital was the big rage with my sisters. It was General Hospital, and we had to wait until they got done with their stories before we can watch our cartoons. But I remember that General Hospital, Speed Racer, Mighty Superman, Mighty Hercules. God, that's an old one right there. The Mighty Hercules. So we're gonna stop right here. Mighty Hercules. I remember that. Casper the Friendly Ghost, Marine Boy. At one point, most of the cartoons that came on were all Japanese. Johnny Robot. Man, that's it right there. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take it. I'll take it. So close. Okay, we'll do it. I hear you. Let's go. I gotta get the 7,000. I have to have the 7,000. So we gotta go loop it. I need the 7,000. I won't be satisfied with that. It'll plague me all day. At least you got the 7,000. So let's do the whole loop. There's a hill waiting for us. Yes, sirree. I gotta walk the subway. I'm not going there to eat, just to let you know. It's the worst subway down here. I mean, it's bad on 4th Street. One ate there twice. The family member said, "You went to 4th Street? You lost your mind. You never go there and eat, right?" And everybody down here told me the same thing too, which is it's hilarious. But then again, at the time, I didn't know everybody down here. Ooh, we got a nice breeze. God is good. But anyway, I remember that. I went there twice. First time I went, and I thought maybe I was sick. And maybe, my taste goes off when I'm sick. Maybe that was it. And it was bad. It was a bad sandwich. It's like somebody soaked the bread in mop water. I'm not talking about mop water. I'm talking mop water you find from last year mop water. Disgusting. And I'm thinking, and the meat had no taste to it. It was like bland. It was awful. Awful. Very awful. Man. But anyway. So I'm thinking maybe it's me. Maybe I'm sick. But then I go back down again. And I get another one. Same reaction. Same freaking reaction. Awful. I'm sitting there, I almost threw up on that one. Literally almost threw up on it. I only got halfway through, and I felt like I was going to throw up. But we got to climb the hill. See that hill? Oh, yeah. See me going, okay. We'll get it done. Yep. And he's sitting back crying about it. Get it done. I got my junk food in the bag. It's keeping me going. If I make it over this hill, I'm gonna have some orange drink, 2 Twinkies, and some barbecue twirls, or what do they call it? I don't know. Now, we could cut through here, call it a shortcut. Nobody will know, but we'll know. So cut it out. Stop putting thoughts in my head. How dare you? All right, now the turn comes up. This is where it hurts. Oh yeah, feel the burn, baby. Feel the burn. And those of you watching this video from San Francisco, hey, look at this crap. Look at that. Good way to get by a car right here, ain't it? Yep. Bounce the curve, take me out. Whew. Man, yeah, those of you in San Francisco, like, look at this joker. Complaining about them little hills. My daughter can take that hill, no problem. I'm waiting to get somewhere from San Francisco, like, you wussy, man. Do I get mad over it? No, I will become your friend, forever. Because I respect you, know why? Because I've been to San Francisco, and I've seen them hills. What the freak? Seriously? I don't even think y'all human down there, really don't. I think y'all machines. I mean, how do you get to the top of a hill, and I can see 6 blocks down the hill, clearly? And you're climbing up that? How are we doing this? Crazy. Kind of reminds me of this movie. It was a scavenger hunt. Danny DeVito was in it, and the guy from Good Times, J.J. Walker's, he was in it. And J.J. Walker was his, I know it's not his real name, but he was the guy pushing this guy around, and it's huge. The wheelchair was huge, all up and down these hills at San Francisco. And that's what it shows when it first comes on. It shows him pushing this Danny DeVito and this huge, massive wheelchair up these godforsaken, huge, massive hills. So it got out that one of his family members, well, he's rich, one of his family members, he was supposed to inherit this money, and found out the guy felt that Danny DeVito was too lazy, and he never was always a lazy kid from day one, and they thought he was faking the whole wheelchair thing. So he made a scavenger hunt out of the whole thing. So he put out an announcement that whoever finds this gets his fortune. So everybody's racing to get to this money. And he says, man, there's no way in the world we're going to be able to catch these people with me pushing up these hills. He said, just get on. He said, what? He says, get on. Presses this button, this whole rocket system comes up on the side. He said, you mean to tell me I've been pushing your freaking chair all up these freaking hills, and you had a rocket in this thing the whole time? He tried to use it for emergencies. I gotta find that movie. I'm watching it tonight. Had a whole freaking go-go gadget rocket system. But the funny part about it is that when they got to that final destination to get the money, somebody beat him to it. He literally got out of the chair and walked over to it. Yep. He was faking it the whole time. He was even more ticked off after that. That's when he jumped on and they started fighting. The credits popped up. But anyway, we're almost there to destination, and we'll be done in a few. Let's see what we got. If we didn't get enough, guess what? We got to go loop it again, which I'll probably end up doing, knowing me. Let's see what we got. Do we have enough to reach the line? Or do we have to go back again? Oh shoot, I don't like that number. That's the mark of the beast. We got to change that. We're going to reloop it. We got to change that. That's the mark of the beast. That's 666. We don't do that. All right. Even though we can hit the corner and change it, no. We have to go back around. We don't have a choice. We don't have a choice. Besides, I'm super tired. I always laugh when I'm tired. So yeah, I take it. You always take it. You know why? I want to eat something. I'm a bit tired. But what better way to see what I have than to make myself do something that I don't want to do? That's the best time to do it. To make yourself do something that you don't want to do. Learn to love things that you don't want to do. And then they're not hard anymore. They become easy. So, go again. I want 8. I need 8 to be happy. I know 7 would be enough, but it's not enough. I need 8 to be happy. Because we did 7 yesterday. And if I do 7, it's not going to make me happy. I was trying to do 15, but we can't get 15. I'm going to do 15, but we have to be way downtown to do all that. And right now, downtown, it's having a big festival. It is Father's Day. Oopsie. So, yeah. Now, in the wintertime, we're going to do it differently. In the wintertime, we're going to take a heavy pack with us in the wintertime. Because we got to tread through snow. Heavy pack is going to make it much more difficult. Stop cheating, people. Stop telling me, like, let's go cut down that corner over there. It looks interesting. No, we cannot. We're not doing it. We're going to straighten the path. I think a bug tried to go up my nose again. I remember, come on, lady. I must be on the wrong side. It's supposed to be on the other side. I don't understand, y'all. The freak. You never heard of that before? I mean, does anybody go up old school anymore? You know, a woman walks down the street. They're supposed to walk on the opposite side of where the pocketbook's at. That way she feels that you're not going to snatch her purse. Does anybody know remember anything anymore? I'm trying my hardest to move over to the side where her purse is not. So if a woman's walking on the side with her purse, you walk the opposite side. That way she doesn't feel threatened like you're going to snatch her purse. Even though you're not going to do it, it's what you call being a gentleman. Giving her the security that she's not going to have to worry about something. And no, they walk on the same side. And I'm trying to move over and she's moving the same side. Oh my goodness, are you freaking kidding me? Have we learned nothing? Jeez. I'm going to sit there and say that men don't act like they have any manners anymore. Well, maybe if you knew the rules, you would know we have manners. Like, when we went down to go pick up the potato, I remember my buddy opening up my car door. I'm like, what are you doing? You don't open up a car door for a man. Have you lost your freaking mind? In front of a bunch of people. Like, how dare you? Dare you insult my intelligence? Got a glove, I would have slapped him. We're playing around. All right, people. So, taking the hill again. I didn't like that number. The number was not good. Could we take the shortcut? We could, but we're not. Because then we cheat. This corner I hate. You know why? Because I'm gonna get killed on this corner one day. But God is with us. We should be good. No, should be. We are good. What am I talking about? We are good. It's not. We should be. We are. So, buckle my neck. The freak. Really? Throw me off course. Now, you're past on 66. Whatever that crap that was. Remember Halloween. I wanted to go buy some junk food. To watch some cartoons. And my receipt was exactly 666. That's not good. It's not something you want to see. So, I went back in and bought something to get a new receipt. So for those who don't know, that's a bad number. Very, very bad number. Those people want to play around with it. Well, you know, see how we're walking around here? See how you don't see anything out here? You'd be surprised what could be out here walking around right now. But you know what? They can't come near me because I got my angels all around me. That's why. But they're out here. They're out here watching. Some of them even try to follow you home. But when an angel, for me, they walk across the street and they go, nope. My angels will stand right up in front of them like, bad idea. Bad idea. Do you really believe that you live in this world by yourself? See, this is what happens to people who go missing in some weird places that you're not supposed to be at. The earth is older than you think. And there are things on this world, in places that you are not supposed to go. But no, man is hard-headed. I conquer everything. I can go anywhere I want. And this is the reason why you end up missing. Something crazy, something that don't make any sense chasing you in some weird place. There are places you are not supposed to go. They have been here before your existence ever came upon this earth. There are things and places you're not supposed to go. Don't listen. You'll find out. You will definitely find out. Right, it may be too late. Just you ain't supposed to go to different places. I remember they showed something in the woods. It was a bell, a small bell on the ground. It was connected to something. And some bonehead went over and rang it. Well, why would you do that? I swear, if you were in my freaking clique and you did that nonsense, you're getting jacked up. Because you basically did all of us ugly. We don't know what that bell is for. We don't even know what that thing summons. Don't be going in the woods ringing stuff. You don't know what that stuff is for. Certain things you just don't mess with. But you got people that are idiots like that. And they're like, oh, you're just being superstitious. Yeah, when you got some freaking 20-foot siren and chasing you through the freaking woods, blaring off this godforsaken insane horn behind you. Oh, it's not superstitious anymore, is it? Sheesh. Leave freaking things alone. If I saw a weird bell sitting in the middle of the woods, I ain't going anywhere near it. Let's see what we got for time here, people. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah. Did we put it in? Did we get it? I'm a little tired. Oh, no. We're not even close to it. I'm higher than what I was yesterday. I am. I'm going in. I'm beat. I'm actually tired. So what did I get today? Let's see what we get when we get to the corner. Whew, man. Things we got to do, people. Things we got to do. Like walking in the rain and the snow, and there's no place to go when you feel a part of you is really dying. You know that song from back in the day? So how do you know that song, Mr. Bird? You wouldn't know that song, would you? Yes, I would know that song. I gotta descend the hill. All right, I'm not going back at all. I'm going to do the short. That's what we're going to do. So we're going around again. It's insane. Absolutely insane, I tell you. We're not going to go that side. Should we do that side? No, I'm going to do this small hill. That's what I'm going to do. Because this is what we do. Hey, Chief, what up? Going through the hill. That's what we're doing. Two reasons why I start laughing. When I'm tired, I start laughing. When I'm more terrified, I do laugh when I'm terrified. Like, you know, almost getting your head taken off with a shotgun while going hunting with your friends. Because you tell him, when you're supposed to have a rifle, it's supposed to be in his forearm on the opposite direction, not pointing directly at my forehead. Which it almost happened to me. My brother almost took my head off. Yeah, he almost took my freaking head off. Didn't even have the safety on. Come on, really? He tripped and boom. And all I could do was laugh about it. There's nothing I can do about it. Roller coasters, you hear me laughing? We on the coaster? It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be really bad. I'm a junkie at that. I do just about everything on coasters. But when we get on a coaster and you hear me start laughing, it's really bad. Because I laugh, sometimes in fear I start laughing. I find it funny. If I had a friend of mine say, oh, why is your brother laughing? Because he's terrified. I mean, it's just going to be a good ride. If you get a coaster that's easy, there's no fun in that at all, period. You have to fear a little to get the thrill out of it. Every person who does a stunt, there's fear involved. Yep. Fear involved. There's even singers, I would tell you, before they go before a large crowd, they throw up. They got butterflies in their stomach. They've done hundreds and hundreds of concerts, and they still get butterflies. Yep. So, you do get that fear. That fear makes it all so much more rewardable, because you're able to accomplish something. It tells you you cannot do it. That's what makes it so rewarding. But if you don't fear it, you have no fear in it at all, where's the reward? It's just another day in the park. That's why, look at the movie 300 I told you. So that guy next to the farmer, he's not a warrior. He's not used to being in that kind of battle. He's scared to death. But the soldier who's not, has killed so many men, has been in so much war, that he has gotten to the point where he's gotten bored with it. He is hoping and happy that maybe he'll find one soldier down there that would take his life. That would at least give him the challenge to fight for it. That's what I love about that part. When you see him laughing, and the guy was like, why are you laughing? Like, we're going to face the Persians. We're going to die. And he's like, I'm laughing because he's excited. He's hoping that there is one soldier out of all that down there that's good enough to either make him fight for his life or take it from him. That excites him because he's bored with it all. He's bored with it all. Imagine to have that kind of confidence level at the end of the day. That's why I tell you, gentlemen, when it comes to my products, I don't fear any screen. I don't have it. It's not there. I've never met one yet. I was hoping the screen in Ireland, because it was black, I was hoping that it would take the screen. And we didn't get that. Maybe one day I'll have somebody take the screen. But until then, no. And as for the other guy, then we just go through that today. We're not going to go through it in this video. You don't have anything for me. So forget it. But anyway, hoping I get something to take on one of our screens. But then and by then, Omega will launch. And that screen is different. It's a whole different structure of projection screen. Whole different design. We literally have to build it differently. Anything else won't do it justice. That screen is actual physical light. Wait till you show you the prototype, what they do. You're gonna be shocked. How does the screen operate with physical light? Well, same thing FLE did when I went through that sun. People, guess what? Well, this is where we're going to be at, and I'll tell you why. I hit the stop. See how it's the start? We hit the stop. So that's where it ends right there. All right, well, I'm good with it. We would have had it, but in my pocket, it hit the button where it says stop, and it stopped. So we can't restart it, because if we restart it, what's going to happen is it just goes back to 0. So we'll take that. Tomorrow, we'll have to basically max out. We have to get to 15 tomorrow. That's what we'll have to do. Oh my goodness. Penalty. We have to pay the penalty. Even though we're not responsible for it, we are responsible for it. So we will pay the penalty. I got to get one of those shoulders from my cell phone. That's what I need. Like the armband for the cell phone. That's what I need to get. I'll get me one of those. But at least at the end of the day now, I did basically take my entire stuff around that corner. Even though, man, I didn't want to do it. We did it anyway. So that's all that matters. Imagine if I didn't record all this. All right, people, be safe out there. Happy Father's Day to you all. And God bless. Be safe.